a respected doctor, a trusted name in fertility. But Donald Cline was not just a doctor, he was a harbinger of something far more sinister. In the sterile white walls of his Indianapolis clinic, an ancient horror was reborn, cell by cell, bloodline by bloodline. Between the 1970s and 1980s, women desperate for a child turned to Cline, trusting his expertise, believing his promise of life. They did not know they were part of an unholy ritual, a grand experiment beyond their comprehension. They did not know that inside them, the seeds of something dark had been sown. He told them he was using donor sperm carefully selected to match their husbands. But in reality, the same twisted bloodline was taking root in every woman who walked through his doors. He wasn't just playing God. He was something worse. It took decades for the truth to come to light. As DNA tests became more accessible, the children of Cline's victims uncovered a nightmare. They weren't alone, dozens of them, then hundreds, all sharing the same father, all unknowingly bound by the same blood. The question was, why? At first, investigators believed Cline's actions were the work of a deluded narcissist, a man obsessed with his own genetic legacy. But whispers in the dark suggested something far more terrifying. Cline was a man of faith, but not in the way people understood. His beliefs were not just religious, they were apocalyptic. He believed in blood purity and divine intervention through human vessels. He believed he was chosen. But chosen by what? Throughout history, secret societies have sought to manipulate genetics, to craft a lineage that would bring forth something otherworldly. In the 1920s, the eugenics movement gained traction in the United States, promoting the idea of selectively breeding superior humans. Indiana was among the first states to pass sterilization laws, targeting those deemed unfit to reproduce. Could Cline have been influenced by these sinister ideologies? Was he attempting to engineer a superior bloodline under the guise of fertility treatment? The deeper one digs, the more disturbing the pattern becomes. The uncanny resemblance between his children, the eerie reports of strange visions, the inexplicable illnesses that seemed to follow them, the night terrors, the feeling of being watched, a voice whispering in the dark, calling them. Was it guilt, or was it something waking inside them? His patients reported strange experiences, a coldness in the room, the sudden flickering of lights, an unshakable sensation of unease. Some swore they saw shadows move in his office, reflections in the glass that were not their own. Others spoke of inexplicable nightmares, dreams of dark corridors and faceless figures. Could these be the hallucinations of traumatized victims, or was something darker taking root? And then there's the journal, a collection of writings allegedly found among his possessions, referencing ancient texts, cryptic symbols, and invocations, notes on blood rituals, references to something called the vessel, the idea that through deception a new form of life could be introduced into the world without detection. Blood rituals are nothing new. Throughout history, ancient civilizations believed in the power of blood sacrifice. The Aztecs, the Druids, and even secret occult societies in modern times have used blood as an offering to dark entities. Could Cline have been practicing a modern form of an ancient ritual, using unwitting women as vessels for something far beyond human comprehension? Cline was never truly held accountable. His medical license was revoked, but he faced no jail time. He walked free, vanishing into the quiet corridors of the Midwest. But the bloodline remains. And with each new DNA test, another name is added to the growing list of his offspring. How many more are still out there? How many more will awaken? His story is not just one of betrayal, it is a warning. A warning that sometimes the people we trust the most are the ones who hold the darkest secrets. And those secrets, they are not human. New DNA tests continue to reveal more offspring. The question is not how many more will be found. The question is, what are they becoming?